Over the course of the past decade, Pyrocynical, also known as Niall, has consistently gotten away with inappropriately engaging with numerous alleged significantly younger than himself.
Alright there, ladies and gentlemen, is the introduction to Parlo's almost 2-hour-long Pyrocynical video. You would think that with me having the intro, this video would be out, but you would be mistaken. But why is that, and what's happened in this situation for it to go so horribly wrong? If you're watching this video, I can only assume you've been following or know about the Parlo Pyrocynical situation that's been transpiring over the past couple of months. If not, I have a full compilation video of all my coverage of the entire situation up on my channel to catch you up to speed. If you're all good, let's continue, because this video has a history of delays. The last time we covered this situation was Parlo announcing this video and then it getting delayed yet again. Time October 2nd rolled around, by the way, my birthday, Parlo had announced the video yet again, only for hours later for all his videos to seemingly disappear, and for this tweet to have aged like absolute fine wine. The reason for this delay of this elusive Pyrocynical video was the fact that Parlo had received a never strike, and when his editor went to go and appeal said strike, he literally submitted an empty appeal. I'm not even kidding.
And it was a fact that I opened the appeal decision thing, and I clicked the button that
A few moments later.
The last time it happened, Parlo was able to like get appeal for one of his other videos on his channel. A huge fuck up. I accidentally submitted an empty appeal, and after that, admittedly, I tried to hide it.
But due to the utter stupidity of that editor and the situation at hand, that stopped Parlo from dropping the Pyrocynical video. Parlo then went on small commentary YouTuber Himbleton's stream where he had a pretty rough performance, but then after that allowed Himbleton to be able to stream his Pyrocynical video early before it had even released. And genuinely don't get me started on why he gave it to a under 2,000 subscriber YouTuber to stream before it had even come out. I asked Himbleton directly, and he was even more confused than I was.
Why did he let you do this?
Because he's an idiot. No, because he's fucking retarded.
And I asked Parlo why he did this, he answered like a politician, so there's no actual answer. I guess he just did it on a whim. Regardless of how it came out, it was now public to some extent through Himbleton's livestream, and now you're thinking, was it good after all that time? Was it? No, of course it wasn't.
Fans were also seen doing this in regards to the dupe situation, where they spread false allegations against me, attempting to defame me as before even hearing my side of the story, before my video and document even came out on Pyrocynical.
Why are you bringing this up, man?
Make matters worse, instead of Parlo being there to answer any questions as Himbleton went through the video, it was his editor. And his editor is not much help.
I'm just wondering where Parlo is in amongst this like entire sea of shit and mess, bro.
Well, you want to know what's crazy, Sam?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
This guy was responding to me throughout the fucking day, and then, like, as soon as I'm about to start stream, like I'm an hour before stream, just fucking radio silence. Radio.
Yeah. Maybe he got
silence.
rearrested.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he did get rearrested.
After the Himbleton streams, everything was a bit up in the air. Parlo still couldn't release this video because of the strike on his channel. There was talks of possible Pyrocynical content releasing in the great year of 2026. Parlo wrote, anyway, the whole roadmap on how to deal with Pyrocynical videos have been munted. I have 2 people telling me I need to redo aspects and include his Reddit response, but I have others saying the video serves its purpose. Is Parlo redoing the video? No, because currently up on his second channel, he has scheduled the video for the 19th of October. Now, of course, as you've seen throughout this video, I've been using footage of Parlo's Pyrocynical video. Even in the introduction, that's what that was. And that's because I do have a copy of the almost 2-hour-long video. Before we get into this video and any criticisms, if you haven't already, please consider leave like, subscribing, and hit the notification bell. It really helps the channel, especially if you do enjoy the content. But without further ado, let's dive into this almost 2-hour slogfest. What's important to know about this video is this video does not go over Parlo's entire 300-page document. It's almost 2 hours long and still doesn't go over all 300 pages of the document.
This video serves as part 1, followed by others to come. All the videos that will come out will serve to unilaterally correct the record and cover many more allegations that are currently unknown to the public, and cover and substantiate a lot of victims' allegations. This specific video will prove that Pyrocynical lied to his fanbase for many years and actively manipulated them. So now I bring you the Pyrocynical files.
All of this was one thing when the original idea was for this to drop alongside the document, but now we're sitting in a state where Parlo is having to upload this on his second channel, where people have already seen this through little small commentary channels streams, and part 2 is literally nowhere in sight. And did I also forget to mention this video is almost 2 hours long, and like the document, is incredibly repetitive. I don't want to sit here and act like this video doesn't have any merits, because there are criticizable things to discuss. This video raises some incredibly valid and interesting points that put Pyrocynical in doubt.
Monitoring it, despite having been suspended. And if Pyrocynical is willing to create such an elaborate lie such as this, while attempting to pin it as an objective fact, what else has he lied about?
Ivory himself did not disclose to me directly that he was 15.
Even worse for Niall were the numerous instances where Ivory highlighted that he was at school, far before Pyrocynical claimed to have known Ivory was 16 and on July the 5th, 2017, when he posted a Twitter link with his age being present in the bio. Ivory is specifically seen stating that he was attending classes and that he didn't want to be late for school, and even in another massive instance that his mother doesn't want to get him any presents until his school year is over.
Like Parlo goes on to say, this does raise red flags. You would think that you would ultimately question when a person you are speaking to says that they are worried about being late to class, that they are going to school, and talking about their parents buying them presents. In this moment, you'd believe that alarm bells would start ringing, you would start asking questions like, how old are you, and actually trying to confirm this person's age when they're talking like this. For everything that is good in this video and paints out the situation, there is something negative. Like towards the end of this almost 2 hour long video, Parlo then decides to talk about Pyrocynical's fanbase,
as well as the misinformation created by other members of his fanbase that had spread, essentially allowing him to get away with his actions unscathed for numerous years. However, I'm certain that many will still attempt to deflect away from the allegations of Pyrocynical by
oh look, there's me in this section. That's great.
Attempting to utilize ad hominems and methods of whataboutism to attack my credibility rather than the validity of my claims. They have also attempted to do this with Ivory himself, when they attempted to create Reddit posts presenting him as some kind of despite him actually having comprehensive message logs displaying a vile and dynamic present between him and Pyrocynical that many people didn't decide to break down and actually analyze until now. Pyrocynical fans were also seen doing this in regards to the dupe situation, where they spread false allegations against me, attempting to defame me as a before even hearing my side of the story, and before my video and document even came out on Pyrocynical.
Again, something that I've constantly spoken about during this Pyrocynical situation is Parlo's almost obsession with Pyrocynical fans and their attacks on him. Ultimately, all Parlo had to do in this video was state that Pyrocynical fans spread misinformation and false narratives. That's all he had to say instead of going into all of this. It is just more unnecessary padding in this extremely already long repetitive video.
Pyrocynical has deliberately manipulated his fans numerous times and refused to be transparent. Why do they still relentlessly defend him, except for the fact that they desperately wish to believe he's innocent, and in doing so, they would undermine and discredit actual victims in the process. I hope this video and other videos to follow, along with the release of my document, serves to prompt more victims of Pyrocynical to feel comfortable to come out about their experiences, and I hope the disgusting and malicious mob mentality present inside of Pyrocynical's fanbase can cease.
Like I've said in this video, whilst there are lots of criticisms for this video, and there is a lot, trust me, this video isn't just full of absolute nothing. The content within is actually extremely interesting and is definitely something that needs to be spoken about. Regardless of that, this situation has been handled so extremely poorly. Before this situation even got mishandled to this extent, a large majority of people simply hand-waved this situation away due to Parlo's involvement because of his erratic and reckless behavior in the past. Whilst I wish I could sit here and say that Parlo actually did a good job and surprised everyone and that Pyrocynical has been properly held to account, that is just not something that I can say confidently or whatsoever. When Parlo's Pyrocynical video does eventually come out, if that's the 19th of October 2025 or the 19th of October 2035, I recommend you go and watch that video if you are interested in this situation and you come to a decision on it yourself. And that's what's been going on with the Parlo and Pyrocynical situation and the most recent updates. I'll be very interested to see what you, the viewer, has to say about all of this, so please feel free to comment down below. And once done, then you must subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content. Because I've been your host Samuel, you've been watching Samuel, and I will catch you in the next YouTube video. Goodbye.